Well, the Santa Ana winds are kicking, leaving us nothing but clear skies over Dodger Stadium in L.A. Today, we wrap up the homestand with the third of three between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's time for Dodger baseball. Next. Bud Norris gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
Gene Segura makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Arizona, second baseman, number 2.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
First pitch, 1-11.
Norris into the windup. Here's the 0-1. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. To first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Steve, what do they have to do to take down a very hot team here on the road?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
David Peralta will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Eric, your Dodger ball club, as they enter play here this afternoon. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
And they've been as hot as anybody in the league recently. So all they need to do is keep playing the way they've been playing, and you have to say they stack up with anybody in baseball.
Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
I think Lawrence is pretty consistent and respected for his strike zone. He doesn't seem to miss many pitches too often.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. And that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
High in the air out towards shallow right. There to make the play is Puig for route number 2. And with a quick breather here, let's look at how the Dodgers align on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch one of the most talent-laden outfielders in the game. Yasiel Puig can do it all. He can run down balls. He's got an arm that he is not afraid to show off. We'll see what he does in this one.
Paul Goldschmidt will stand in now as the National League's leading hitter entering play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Diamondbacks down in order. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Robbie Ray gets the start for Arizona in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
Howie Kendrick comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom
Leading
half
up
of the
for the
first.
Dodgers, left fielder, Howie Kendrick.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. EK, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
And that includes losses in the first 2 games of this series, so they just need to have something positive go their way. Salvaging the finale might just be the thing.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Drilled to the right side. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Well, there you go. 14 straight games now, and he hasn't gone hitless in a game in over 2 weeks. Do the math.
Corey Seager will stand in now, and as you can see here, he enters play 4th in the National League in round trippers.
And near the top of the league in slugging, so that means he's doing a lot more than just hitting the ball out of the yard. He's also getting a lot of extra base hits.
In there at the knees, strike one. And there is the full list of home run leaders we alluded to a moment ago. Nobody out, runner on first. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And he's retired here, 1 away. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Steve, what's the key for them to continue this winning streak?
Boy, just keep doing what they're doing. Every guy in that lineup can hit. They lead the league in average. No team is doing it better than these guys at the moment, so keep attacking the ball at the plate, and they'll continue to put up big numbers even if they don't hit the ball out of the yard.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Runners on first with 1 down. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Gets a small piece near the plate. Segura for 1. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. A.J. Pollock makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Center fielder, number 11, A.J. Pollock.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Norris has his target. Here's the 0-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And it's worth pointing out here with the trade deadline approaching, it's getting to be nervous time for some of these guys. You never know what can happen this time of year.
Wellington Castillo get his first shot at it here. He's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Puig coming on. 2 down.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Brandon Drury.
Brandon Drury will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well, you saw it right there. He's got a good fastball, and he's going to use it. When you throw in the mid-90s consistently, you have to use that weapon.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. Scott Van Slyke will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
First delivery to him on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Belted high and deep into right center. Back goes Pollock, still ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Solo shot to right center. And the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
Well, when you start relying on one pitch out there and you become a one-pitch pitcher, there's no doubt in the hitter's mind what's coming. He's sitting on this one all the way, and he launches it right over the wall.
Yasmani Grandal strides forward for the first time, and he's been in a bit of a slump recently.
Yasmani Grandal.
In there, strike 1. Well, they put the measuring stick on that last home run, and it came up 403 feet. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. And with that, let's bring in a look at the defensive alignment for the Diamondbacks. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Yasiel Puig digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. First pitch on its way. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Dodgers have the early 1-0 advantage as we play the second. Grounded down the third baseline, and that's through for a hit.
Well, he needed a hit like this. Got to get him to snap out of this cold streak. I mean, you're just looking for something to go your way, and that ball, it's not hit particularly well, but it happens to find a hole. He's saying, man, it's about time.
Kike Hernandez will stand in now, and you can see the splits on your screen. He's been exceptionally good against left-handed pitching to this point. He's set. Here it comes. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hot shot toward third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Chris Taylor gets his first try now, and he's seen that average climb the last week or so. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Puig off for second. Liner towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. We welcome you back on a sunny day here in Los Angeles, set to start the 3rd inning in this one. Phil Gosselin will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
Shortstop. And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Norris gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Well, you know, the big key to throw on the slider is knowing when to throw it for a strike and then when to try to get a guy to chase out of the zone. Once he gets ahead out there, you know he loves to get you to chase.
The 0-2 delivery. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Here it comes, 0-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch-out, 1 away.
Yeah, and there's sometimes where you characterize a pitch as a sweeping slider, but this one does not fall into that category. I mean, this is a nasty little break at the end. Tough to do anything with that.
Michael Bourne at the plate now. He'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike one. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, the first one of the game so far for the Diamondbacks.
Oh, and this ball center cut right here. Got it right on the barrel. He just drills it into left field for a 1-out single.
The pitcher, Robbie Ray, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
From the stretch. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. The throw pulls him off the bag. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error.
Gene Segura.
So striding in, Gene Segura, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a change up there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that misses 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Line toward right center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's 1-1.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Stepping in now, David Peralta, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
First and second now, 1 man out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. 2 down, runners at first and second. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. One and 2, here it comes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. A run on a couple of hits here for Arizona. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied at 1-1. Bud Norris digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher, Bud Norris.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Peralta is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first out.
The batter, left fielder, Howie Kendrick.
Howie Kendrick will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
Yeah, they tried to sneak a fastball by him, and he was having none of it. Be interesting to see if they try to go at him again with the hard stuff.
Yeah.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after him.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
And that's a good 0-2 pitch there. It's a little up, it's a little out, but it's close enough that a hitter's basically forced to go after it.
Here's Corey Seager. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
2 out, nobody on. And that is in there at the letters to run it full, 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, heading for second now. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double. So he's quickly into scoring position now with a 2-out double here in the third. And we'll bring up our Dodger leaderboard to confirm for you that his current total leads the squad in that category.
And guys, that's a bigger deal than people realize. Usually the guy with the most doubles is also leading in other categories like runs or RBIs. He's a big part of their offense.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. That's wide, 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
2-0 count and the pitch. And this one's over at the knees, 2-1.
Yeah, he got his 2-0 fastball, but it wasn't in that one place, one spot that we always talk about. So that was a good idea to let that one go and wait for something else.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. A.J. Pollock is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Center fielder, A.J. Pollock.
Norris is ready. Here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Got him.
Oh, and that's a good pitch right there. That's just a hard-breaking slider down and away. And you get the hitter to be enticed by that pitch when it's about halfway there. That was looking like it was going to be a fastball on the outer half. Then it just flat disappears on you, and you're left wondering, what happened?
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone and is probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Three and 0 now.
3 straight strikes to the first hitter in the inning. 3 straight balls now to the second.
1 run, 2 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. And he goes with the slider here as that misses in tight. It's ball 4.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little patience up there.
Now
These guys have been what I would call overly aggressive these first few innings. Finally, somebody's figured out the importance of maybe taking a pitch or two.
Striding into the box, Brandon Drury. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. I wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
Well, he showed a lot of patience to work out the walk, but then he got a little impatient trying to steal second base. And they throw him out pretty easily there on the first pitch.
The 0-1 delivery. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Well, now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down without much of a fight. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Scott Van Slyke is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
First baseman, Scott Van Slyke.
First pitch of the at-bat. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Hard hit ball to second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
This is something their hitting coach preaches every day at the batting cage. Stay inside the ball. Here he lets the ball get deeper into the zone and stays back and drives it to the right center gap.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. The 1-0 delivery. Ground ball sent back up the middle. One there. On to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings. And there are 2 away now.
I think this one falls into the category of tailor-made. Here you go. 1, 2 hops to second, the feed to the bag, and a 4-6-3 double play. That's as easy as it comes.
In now is Yasiel Puig. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1.
A lot of these guys have come into these at-bats trying to be the aggressor, trying to make something happen. But what has happened is that they've swung and missed themselves into some early holes.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Tap foul at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Phil Gosselin heads for the box to start
Leading
off
for
the fifth in
Diamondbacks,
this one.
Shortstop, Phil Gosselin.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. The pitch count there. One pitch into his fifth inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. But now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone. Maybe even in the dirt.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but you know, I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
Michael Bourne strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Good change of speeds, but he lays off 2-1.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Hit to first. Van Slyke comes up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Robbie Ray, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Diamondbacks down in order. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Kike Hernandez comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Center fielder,
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Now here's a line drive that'll make it out into left center, and he's going to have himself a leadoff single.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cage, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Into the box now, Chris Taylor. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
First pitch here is a slider, but that's taken up and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Reined in. Segura for 1. On to Goldschmidt, but too late as they'll just get the 1.
Now batting, the pitcher, Bud Norris.
Bud Norris comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. Throw gets him. 2 down.
And in a tie ball game, this is not a surprise to see the pitcher putting one down here with one away. Now at least to give your leadoff man a chance to bring in that go-ahead run with 2 outs.
Howie Kendrick will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Bourne has a read on it, and the inning is over. 1 left for L.A. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Gene Segura will walk toward the plate as he'll lead things off here in the Arizona 6th inning.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready with the 0-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
David Peralta will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound. And that's going to be all now for Bud Norris. Certainly did his job here this afternoon, but he'll have nothing to show for it as he'll be credited with a no decision. Number 68 will come in and pitch now.
For the Dodgers, number 68.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
First baseman number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Turner has got it, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Score remains tied 1-1. Corey Seager will start things out for the Dodgers in their half of inning number 6.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Here he comes on 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
And all of a sudden, he's looking a little jittery out there to start the 6th.
Fly ball heading for the alley. Bourne on the run, but he can't get there. This splits the outfielders and heads toward the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Oh, and a great way to kick off the inning here. That's going to get the go-ahead run to second base with that double. And you know, even though it's still the 6th, you'd love to find a way to grab that lead right now and hopefully just let your bullpen take it home from here.
Justin Turner stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Action now in the Arizona bullpen as they have a right-hander up and throwing. Now a look and a throw back to second. Back in standing. No one out with a runner at second. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Scorched to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit. Now the throw comes quickly into the third baseman, so they're at the corners now to begin the inning.
Now batting.
Perfect start to the inning here in a tie ball game.
Scott.
You get that leadoff double, and he's moved over to third on the base hit. So now, heck, even a double play ball will get you the lead, though. I bet they'll be looking for a lot more than that.
Scott Van Slyke will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Hit hard towards center, and that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. The cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, he had that home run earlier in the ball game, and now he's got an RBI single. So he's putting together a pretty nice ball game.
Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Dominic Leone will take over on the mound now here in the 6th inning.
Number 54, Dominic Leone.
Yasmani Grandal will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Too high, 1-0.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Blowing away as he misses again, 2-0.
Still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Chopped foul at the plate, strike 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. 1 away.
And now that would have fallen under the infield fly rule if it was a fair ball. No matter. He goes over to make the catch here in foul territory.
In now is Yasiel Puig, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Well, 2 very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make them bring something up.
The 2-0 pitch. Wow, that one got the pitcher. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. Kike Hernandez digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield here would be big for these guys. It could score two.
And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
The batter, number 3, second baseman, Chris Taylor.
Chris Taylor steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
Looking to minimize the damage here.
Ball inside.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
There's a strike. It's 2-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
Just overmatched him there.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. 7th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 2 and the D-backs 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. The men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. A.J. Pollock will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Shadows starting to fall over this Southern California afternoon as it's been a good contest so far.
It really has. Both pitchers, they've been as advertised. It's been a tightly played game, and the scoreboard shows it.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting.
Well, let's just see if we can slow this way down and see the point of impact. He's going to be bunched up a little bit on this one and get it right down below the label. And sure enough, that's a great shot right there. This bat just explodes on impact.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Glove by Taylor on to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Brandon Drury.
Brandon Drury ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
Slow roller left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order. They still trail it here 2-1. Daniel Hudson will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Daniel Hudson.
Adrian Gonzalez is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the seventh. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And there's the pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2.
This guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Swung on and missed, so Adrian's a strikeout victim here, and there's 1 away.
Now, getting that first out is always critical in a 1-run ball game. And they could certainly use a quick 7th inning here.
Howie Kendrick gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, a great sell job behind the plate, too. He sort of gently moved that glove back over an inch or 2 as he was catching that baseball.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And another foul ball. This is line to left. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Around first, on his way to second now. And he is in there.
The batter, number 5.
And this usually stems from a guy that's sitting on a fastball. So when he gets that changeup, normally he's so far out on his front foot, he'll just hook it foul. But instead, this time he's able to stay back, keep his hands back just long enough to keep this one fair right down the line.
Here's Corey Seager. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. 1 out and a runner on second base. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
0-2, you got to shorten up. Find some way at least to put the ball in play. You can't afford a strikeout here with an important run out there at second base.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. The hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands.
That is a tough pitch.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
Now batting, first baseman, Scott
Van Slyke will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet. So this is no small task.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And Pollock will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. Pedro Baez will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Pedro Baez.
Leading off the inning, Phil Gosselin, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
1-1, here it comes. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Hit hard to second. And this is through into right field, so the tying run's aboard to kick off the inning.
The hits have certainly been few and far between so far. Just their 3rd hit of the ball game, and we're in inning number 8. From an offensive standpoint, you know, that's just not going to get it done.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Michael Bourne. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
In there, and it's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And here's a ball hit in the air. Puig on the run. A quick out number 1. Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Jake Lamb will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 22, Jake Lamb.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Quick check on that tying run at first. And the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
fastball's in there for strike one.
And he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get one at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he got him at second on a perfect throw.
You want to talk about having a bazooka for an arm. After watching the jump, I thought he had this base stolen, but this ball is on the money with some steam on it. And he's out by a pretty comfortable margin.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit out towards second. Taylor has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for Arizona. They're down 2-1. Chris Owings will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
For the D-backs. Now playing shortstop, number 16.
Josh Colmenter is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the eighth.
Number 55, Josh Colmenter.
Yasmani Grandal will lead things off here for L.A., but don't go too far. Yasiel Puig set to bat next.
Yasmani Grandal.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball one. First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Colmenter gets the sign. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that catches the outside corner. It's 2-1. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And reined in, one away.
And you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mass, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
In now is Yasiel Puig. Chopped foul right at home plate. One out, nobody on. Oh, that one deflects off him. I think it got his arm. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Now batting, center fielder, Kike Hernandez.
Well, show motion's going to give us another look at this ball coming back at him, man. Oh, boy. You just don't have any time to react to something coming that quickly. He's lucky he's all right.
Jock Peterson will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Peterson.
Cut fastball taken for strike one. Two out, nobody on. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
Yeah, and if you've got him to look at the first pitch up there, why not throw it again? Also let her high. That puts him in a quick 0-2 hole.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They still lead it 2-1. Jock Peterson will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center field, number 31.
Kenley Jansen is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
For the Dodgers, number 74, Kenley Jansen.
Kicking off the top of the ninth, Gene Segura. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Jansen comes set. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swing and a line drive. Foul. A pause and the 0-2. Another one sent foul. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play.
There you see him, Matt. Third in the National League at the moment in that category. So he's made it really tough on the opposition out of the bullpen. The manager loves giving him the ball in tight games, so we'll see if he can add to his total right here.
David Peralta comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
Two and 0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Kendrick on the move. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Yeah, when Matt's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you've got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Sends one deep down the right field line. On the move is Puig. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Paul Goldschmidt will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Cut fastball in there for a called strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one, here it is. And this is swung on and missed, so the Diamondbacks are down to their final strike now. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Chopped at the plate. Throw on to first is going to be in time for the final out, and the Dodgers make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over.
Yep, another day, another victory. Number 82 for them on the year, so that at least assures them of finishing the season with a winning record.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 2-1. So long from Southern California.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon for the victorious Dodgers. 2 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. A reminder that post-game bus service on Metro bus routes 2, 3, and 4